Among this vast earth, we look to the northern hemisphere. Can you see that? There is a land that looks like a chicken, and then we see its belly. Jiaojiang district, Taizhou, a place where I was born and grew up. It's located at the entrance of Taizhou Bay in the central coastal part of Zhejiang province in China. Formerly known as Haimen, it is the main urban area of Taizhou. Jiaojiang is a city near the sea. Thus, it has its rich marine fishery resources. There are many ports along the Jiaojiang River. Among them, there is a special fishing port. The development of the fishery depends on these fishing boats. Under the Jiaojiang Bridge, most fishing boats are connected to each other and docked on the shore. The fishing lights on the boat seemed to be just turned off. Right, the fishermen used these lights to attract fish in the dark. This greatly increases the chances of successful fishing. Nearby the fishing port is the Jiaojiang Fishery Market, where all trading is concentrated in the seafood and fisheries department. There are abundant and fresh aquatic products. People are energetic and rush to transport and sell. The average price of most fish here is about 20 RMB per catty. The open trading environment allows people to have the fierce competition. And this also allows every trader to experience fairness. Walking down the coast is the famous Haimen Ancient Street in Jiaojiang. In the past, it was called Haimen, which meant it was the gate to the sea. Haimen Ancient Street was the street where people lived and transportation between sea and land held. It was particularly prosperous at that time and was also called Little Shanghai. Most of the existing buildings in Haimen Ancient Street were built in the late Qing dynasty. It reflects the historical precipitation of cultural trade since the opening of Haimen Port. Moreover, it condenses the ups and downs and ethnic customs of more than a century. As the times change, because of the commercialization of the city, it is difficult to see the previous Haimen Ancient Street. But still, there are classics and traditions on the street. Many shops are still here, along the way selling traditional snacks, antiquities, calligraphy, paintings, and framed works. At the end of the old street, there is a traditional restaurant that is known for its ginger noodles. Then we come to the food. There are various kinds of Jiaojiang's local food. Ginger noodles, a very representative staple food. Whenever the weather is very wet and cold, people like to taste different kinds of ginger to prevent cold and humidity. The noodle in this main course is made of rice, which fits the taste of Southerners. The process of making ginger noodles is quite complicated. To begin with, people usually make ginger soup, add dry small shrimps, chop green onion, and then fry eggs. Stir-fry shredded meat, prawns, clams, greens, daylily, dried bean cut crust, and etc. Then, they pour them in the fried ginger soup. Add the rice noodles to a boiler and cook until the noodles are soft. Lastly, put them all in a large bowl. Remember, it tastes better when eaten hot. Soaked shrimp is also a popular snack in Zhejiang cuisine. It is wrapped in flour paste, minced meat, eggs, shrimp, and deep fried. It tastes kind of crispy. One bite in, the mouth is full of fried flour, shrimp, and meat. Taizhou Luantan, also known as Huangyan Luantan, since Jiaojiang previously belonged to Huangyan. At the end of the Ming Dynasty, Taizhou Luantan had arisen. It was developed from a folk tune and combined with other local dramas to form an area dominated by Luantan. Because of its unique way of speaking and singing and being close to the people's life, it had a strong local flavor. Therefore, it's very popular among local people. In 2006, Luantan was selected in the National Non-Material Cultural Heritage List. At the same time, some lively Taizhou dialects were inserted into the performance when the Harlequin played. This greatly increases the humor of the characters and enhances the artistic performance of Taizhou Luantan. After arriving at the Luantan troupe, we successfully invited Dong Kangzhu, the provincial inheritor of the intangible cultural heritage of Luantan. Mr. Zhu had created many good artworks in his lifetime. Among them, My Dacha Island is a program performed at the Taizhou Spring Festival Gala in 2021. It is honored to have a conversation with another Mr. Zhu, Fen Zhu, the main actor of the work My Dacha Island. In the afternoon, the troupe members are warming up. Tomorrow is the time for them to go to the Spring Festival Gala rehearsal. Mr. Zhu leads us to visit the showroom of Taizhou Luantan. Most of the clothing items in the room are sent to the exhibition of Zhejiang province. A wall displaying many costumes, props, some musical instruments, and a performing stage are still left here. Through the conversation with Mr. Zhu, he mentions that Taizhou Luantan has used other genres of dramas to innovate in performances, forming tooth play, double horseback riding, steel-piercing belly, fireball throwing, and other unique stunts. But now, almost only the skill of tooth play can last for a period of time, and other skills are gradually disappearing. Nowadays, even those who can play 8 or 10 teeth at a time and successfully do the tooth play through the nostrils are rare. Therefore, Mr. Zhu keeps mentioning that the troupe is working hard and insisting on preserving, inheriting, and carrying forward the culture belonging to Taizhou. Taizhou embroidery is also called Haimen carving. It has the same origin but different currents from other embroidery species in China, and is also an original creation of Chinese folk embroidery. The century-old Taizhou embroidery has been passed down through 3 generations. Now, it has developed into one of China's most regionally characteristic embroidery species with nearly 300 stitches. The National Cultural Industry Demonstration Base of Taizhou Embroidery was established by Lin Xia, the 3rd generation inheritor of Taizhou Embroidery. The internal base is divided into several parts, which are embroidery, design, and textile. The steps of embroidery are complicated, including flower design, embroidery, cutting, and so on. These female embroiderers are all earnestly doing their work, embroidering according to designs. Taizhou is now a clothing brand based on Taizhou embroidery. Hope Taizhou embroidery continue to be developed and let more people acknowledge it. Jiaojiang, Taizhou is a prefecture-level city in Zhejiang province. It is a regional central city and a modern port city along the coast of Zhejiang province approved by the State Council. This city blends history, culture, modern economy, and civilization together. And it has been selected as one of the happiest cities in China for a 5th successive year. I love my hometown, Jiaojiang, Taizhou.